All right, it says we are live. JS Genesis Designs, can you see me, hear me, brother? Welcome back for another Bible reading video. We're back in the saddle. We're doing this consistently, even if I got a live stream last minute. I'm just doing this, and it's good to be back. I'm thankful that you guys show up and listen along. Today we are picking up in chapter 9 of the book of First Chronicles. Let me see if I can share my screen here so you can see my scriptures. Yeah, we're going to jump right in. So, chapter 9. So all Israel were reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they were written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their transgression. Now the first inhabitants that dwelt in their possessions in their cities were the Israelites, the priests, the Levites, and the Nethinims. And in Jerusalem dwelt of the children of Judah and the children of Benjamin and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Uthai the son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, of the children of Pharez, the son of Judah. And of the Shalonites, Uzziah the firstborn and his sons, and of the sons of Zerah, Jeuel and their brethren 690. And of the sons of Benjamin, Salu the son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hasanua, and Ibniah the son of Jeroam, and Elah the son of Uzai, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam the son of Mephathiah, the son of Reuel, the son of Ibnijah, and their brethren according to their genealogies, 956. All these men were chief of the fathers in the house of their fathers. And of the priests, Jediah and Jehoiarib and Jachin and Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Marioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of God, or of Elohim, and Adiah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Pashur, the son of Milkijah, and Maasiah, the son of Adiel, the son of Jazerah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Meshilemeth, the son of Immer. Verse 13. And their brethren, heads of the house of their fathers, 1,760, very able men for the work of the service of the house of Elohim. And the Levites, Shemaiah, the son of Hashab, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Merari, and Bakbakar, Haresh, and Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the son of Zikri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, that dwelt in the villages of the Netophathites. And the porters were Shallum and Akub and Talmon and Ahiman and their brethren. Shallum was the chief, who hitherto waited in the king's gate eastward. They were porters in the companies of the children of Levi. And Shallum, the son of Kor, the son of Abiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brethren of the house of his father, the Korahites, were over the work of the service, keepers of the gates of the tabernacle, and their fathers, being over the host of Yahuwah, were keepers of the entry. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, was the ruler over them in time past, and Yahuwah was with them. And Zechariah, the son of Meshelemiah, was porter of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. All these which were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogies in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of Yahuwah, namely the house of the tabernacle, by wards. In 4 quarters were the porters, toward the east, west, north, and south. And their brethren, which were in their villages, were to come after 7 days from time to time with them. For these Levites, the 4 chief porters, were in their set office, and were over the chambers and treasuries of the house of Elohim. And they lodged round about the house of Elohim, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof every morning pertained to them. And certain of them had the charge of the ministering vessels, that they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels and all the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. And some of the sons of the priests made the ointment of the spices. And Mattithiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum, the Korite, had the set office over the things that were made in the pans. And other of their brethren, of the sons of the Kohathites, were over the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who, remaining in the chambers, were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem. And in Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, Jehiel, whose wife's name was Maacah, and his firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Ner, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zechariah, and Mikloth. And Mikloth begat Shimeam, and they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem, over against their brethren. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Milkishua, and Aminadab, and Eshbaal. And the sons of Jonathan was Meribaal, and Meribaal begat Micah. And the sons of Micah were Python, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begat Jerah, and Jerah begat Alemeth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza, and Moza begat Benia, and Rephiah his son, Eleasa his son, Azel his son. And Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bokeru, and Ishmael, and Sheariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. Chapter 10. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines, and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines followed hard after Saul, and after his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan, and Aminadab, and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was wounded of the archers. Then said Saul to his armor-bearer, Draw thy sword, and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me. But his armor-bearer would not, for he was sore afraid. So Saul took a sword and fell upon it. And when his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on the sword and died. So Saul died, and his 3 sons and all his house died together. And when all the men of Israel that were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, then they forsook their cities and fled. and the Philistines came and dwelt in them. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. And when they had stripped them, and took his head and his armor, and sent it into the land of the Philistines round about, to carry tidings unto their idols and to the people. And they put his armor in the house of their gods, and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. And when all Jabesh Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, they arose, and all the valiant men, and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and buried their bones under the oak of Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his transgressions which he committed against Yahuwah, even against the word of Yahuwah which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it, and inquired not of Yahuwah. Therefore he slew him, and turned the kingdom unto David the son of Jesse. Chapter 11. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. And moreover, in time past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that led us out and brought us in Israel. And Yahuwah thy Elohim said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore come all the elders of Israel to the king of Hebron. And David made a covenant with them in Hebron before Yahuwah, and they anointed King David over Israel, according to the words of Yahuwah by Samuel. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were, the inhabitants of the land. And the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, Thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless, David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. And David said, Whosoever smiteth the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. So Joab the son of Zeruiah went first up and was chief. And David dwelt in the castle, therefore they called it the city of David. And he built the city round about, even from Millo round about, and Joab repaired the rest of the city. So David waxed greater and greater, for Yahuwah of hosts was with him. These also are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make him king according to the word of Yahuwah concerning Israel. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jashobeam and Hechmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 slain by him at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mightiest. He was with David at Pasdamim, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where was a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people fled from before the Philistines. And they set themselves in the midst of that parcel, and delivered it, and slew the Philistines, and Yahuwah saved them by a great deliverance. Now 33 captains went down to the rock to David into the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the house of the Philistines garrison and David was then in the hold, and the Philistines garrison was then at Bethlehem. Verse 17. And David longed and said, Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, that is at the gate. And the 3 brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. But David would not drink of it, but poured it out to Yahuwah, and said, My Elohim forbid it me that I should do this thing. Shall I drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy? For with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it. Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these three mightiest. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was the chief of the three. For lifting up his spear against 300, he slew them, and had a name among the three. Of the three, he was more honorable than the two, for he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not to the first three. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man, Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in a pit in a snowy day. That beats the socks off of walking uphill to school both ways in the snow. But real though, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in a pit in a snowy day. Verse 23, and he slew an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high. And in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam. And he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among the three mightiest. Behold, he was honorable among the 30, but attained not to the first three. And David set him over his guard. Also the valiant men of the armies were Asahel, the brother of Joab, Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shemuth, the Horarite, Helez, and the Pelonite, Ira, son of Ikesh, the Tekoite, Abiezer, the Antothite, Sibekai, the Hushathite, Lai, the Ahohite, Merari, the Netophathite, Heled, the son of Baana, the Netophathite, Ithai, the son of Rabai of Gibeah, that pertained to the children of Benjamin, Benaiah, the Pirathonite, Hurai, of the brooks of Gaash, Abiel, the Arbathite, Asmaveth, the Baharumite, Eliaba, the Shaalbonite, the sons of Hashem, the Gizonite, Jonathan, the son of Shage, the Hararite, Ahiam, the son of Sakar, the Hararite, Eliphal, the son of Hefer, the Makarathite, Ahijah, the Pelonite, Hezro, the Carmelite, Naarai, the son of Ezbai, Joel, the brother of Nathan, Mibhar, the son of Hagarai, Zalek, the Ammonite, Harari, the Berathite, the armor-bearer of Joab, the son of Zariah, Ira, the Ithrite, Gareb, the Ithrite, Uriah, the Hittite, Zabad, the son of Aliah, Adina, the son of Shiza, Adina, the son of Shiza, the Reubenite, a captain of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan, the son of Maacah, and Jehoshaphat, the Mithnite, Uzziah, the Ashterathite, Shammah and Jehiel, the sons of Hothan, the Arorite, Jadiel, the son of Shimri, and Joah, his brother, the Tizite, Eliel, and the Mahavite, and Jerubai, the and Joshaviah, the sons of Elnaam, and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Obed and Jaziel the Mesobites. The stories are super cool in First Chronicles and First and Second Kings. The names are difficult, but hang in here. There's some good stuff. I do want to, for just a quick second, want to mention out Uriah. Uriah in the book of Kings, I believe, is mentioned as one of his. I believe that these are some of his mighty warriors here, but I speculate that Uriah may be the same Uriah that he stole Bathsheba from and had Uriah killed. That's my speculation. Of course, I don't have evidence for that right now, except for there's not very many Uriahs mentioned being close to King David. But I'll just wrap it up. But it just seems like that story becomes more of a testimony, if that is the case, of the grace of the Most High, because that would, I mean, it's already an atrocity, you know, to set somebody else up to die because you didn't want to admit that you impregnated their wife. It's like the whole thing's a huge mess, really awful. But it's a testimony of the mercy of Yahweh when somebody has true repentance. So grace is not a New Testament construct, because by all measures of the Torah, the acts of David were worthy of death, right? But the Father had mercy on David. And so, anyways, let's go on to chapter 12 here. Now these are they that came to David to Ziklag while he yet kept himself close because of Saul the son of Kish. And they were among the mighty men, helpers of the war. They were armed with bows and could use both the right hand and the left hand in hurling stones and shooting arrows out of a bow, even of Saul's brethren of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Joash, the sons of Shammah the Gibeathite, and Jeziel and Pelet, the sons of Asmaveth, and Barakah, and Jehu, the Antothite, and Ishmaiah, the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30 and over the 30, and Jeremiah, and Jehaziel, and Jonathan, and Josabad, and the Gederathite, as Eluziah, and Jeremoth, and Beali, and Shemarai, and Saphatiah, and the Haruphite, Elkanah, and Jesiah, and Azriel, and Joezer, and Joshobeam, the Korites, and Jola, and Zebediah, the son of Jeroam of Gedor. And of the Gadites there separated themselves unto David, unto the hold, to the wilderness, men of might, and men of war fit for battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roes upon the mountains. Ezra the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmanah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Machbani, the 11th. These were the sons of Gad, captains of the host. One of the least was over 100, and the greatest over 1,000. I guess that's talking about their head count there. Verse 15, these are they that went over Jordan in the first month, when it had overflown all the banks, and they put to flight all them of the valleys, both toward the east and toward the west. And there came of the children of Benjamin and Judah to the to the hold unto David. Verse 17, and David went out to meet them, and answered and said unto them, if ye be come peaceably unto me to help me, mine heart shall be knit unto yours. But if ye be come to betray me to mine enemies, seeing there is no wrong in mine hands, for Elohim of our fathers took thereon and rebuke it. The Elohim of our fathers look thereon and rebuke it. Then the Spirit came upon Amasai, who was chief of the captains, and he said, thine are we, David, and on thy side, thou son of Jesse, peace be unto thee, and peace be to thine helpers, and for thy Elohim helped thee. Then David received them, and made them captains of the band. And there fell some of Manasseh to David. Then he came with the Philistines, when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped them not, for the lords of the Philistines upon advisement sent them away, saying, he will fall to his master Saul to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, there fell to him of Manasseh Abna, and Jozabad, and Jediel, and Michael, and Jozabad, and Elihu, and Zilthai, captains of the thousands that were of Manasseh. And they helped David against the band of the rovers, and for they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains of the host. For at that time, day by day, there came to David to help him, until it was a great host, like the host of Elohim. And these are the numbers of the bands that were ready armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of Yahuwah. The children of Judah that bare shield and spear were 6,800, ready armed to the war. Of the children of Simeon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. And Jehoiada was the leader of the Aaronites, and with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man, mighty of valor, and of his father's house, 22 captains. And of the children of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000, for hitherto the greatest part of them had kept the ward of the house of Saul. And of the children of Ephraim, 20,800, mighty men of valor, famous throughout the house of their fathers. And of the half tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, which were expressed by name to come and make David king. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank, they were not of double heart. And of Naphtali, 1,000 captains, and with them the shield and spear 37,000. And of the Danites, expert in war, 28,600. And of Asher, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, 40,000. And on the other side of Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh, with all manner of instruments of war for the battle, 120,000. All these men of war that could keep rank came with a perfect heart to Hebron to make David king over all Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king. And there they were with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brethren had prepared for them. Moreover, they that were near them even unto Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought bread on asses, and on camels, and on mules, and on oxen, and meal, cakes of figs, and branches of raisins, and wine, and oil, and oxen, and sheep abundantly. For there was joy in Israel. Hallelujah. Ooh, skipped a chapter. All right, chapter 13. All right, let me check over here. How are we doing on time? Yeah, I think that's a good place to stop, actually. So we're on chapter 13. Oh, add me back to stage. There we go. All right. So now we're getting into like the really fun parts of First Chronicles, where you get to hear some of these stories and all the parts in Kings. You know, First and Second Kings, where it says, "Are they not written in the annals of the kings of Judah?" So that's the Chronicles of the kings of Judah, and so we're going to get to hear some more fun stories as we continue to read. G.R. Clevey Dodo was the name of Conway Twitty's roommate in college. That's hilarious. So this is a cool platform because I can actually bring up. Look, there's technology involved here, right? Shalom, y'all. G.R. Cleve, shalom. Palmetto Paratrooper, it's good to see you guys, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. I'm finally getting some momentum with these readings, so we're just going to keep it going. But I actually have to do a night trip to Walmart, so we're going to end it here, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. I'm going to record that in the morning. Actually, I was planning on doing that today, but we're doing it. All right, shalom, guys. Love y'all.